about this 15-year-old guy named Tretch Farm, and he lives in a really rural community, and he is in love with his best friend. His name is Matt Gooey, and because I was still in school, so I just kind of wrote in my free time, and like I was like an okay student, but sometimes when I was supposed to be doing like studying and stuff, I like was writing. So the story came from, it was before I was hired at Avid, and I was still a student. I was a junior in college. I went home for a winter break, and like learned upon like my arriving home, I went to go visit my grandparents, and I learned that my granddad was sick, and like that was really kind of intense and jarring for me. And I remember like learning, like figuring out the news, and I like picked up my phone to call my best friend at the time, and I did, and they didn't answer. You know, you feel like very alone. So it kind of all, that's sort of like the book in a nutshell. This sort of feeling that like, who can you tell, I guess, and yeah, and what do you do when you are sort of you're on your own dealing with this stuff. And I got my job at Avid. I had been there, I started writing this book, and I became the Young Readers Book Club moderator. But I loved leading that group, and I'm like really excited because a lot of the club members are now old enough to read it. The road to publication happened because of my job at Avid, and Tyler was texting me. He was like, "I'm talking to David Levitan. He would really like to read your book," and I was like, "Oh, okay." So David actually emailed me the next day, and I prepared like my manuscript and sent it to him. Like 2 days later, he emailed me and was like, "Well, this is where it gets interesting." He's like, "I think I really like this book, and I would really like to publish it." So I kind of had like, you know, that's sort of how it happened. It really all happened because I worked at Avid, you know, and was able to meet him. David just really liked the first book and was like, "I'm interested in seeing like what you have coming up next." And I was like, "I don't have anything right now, but I'll work on something."